Live? Okay, good afternoon again, everybody. All right, so today we're continuing our look at exposition, but we're going further. All right, we're going to be looking at a related concept to exposition and to writing itself. Okay, but before we do that, I would like people to please put in the chat. All right, put in the chat for me, what is exposition? Who can define exposition for me, please? What is exposition? What does that word mean? What is it?
Okay, we're waiting on answers, students. Let's go participation. So Shania is saying exposition means to explain or to elaborate.
Excellent. I love that. All right, that's good.
Malia is saying has the keywords expose, so it explains.
Yes. Okay. And we also looked at three other types of writing, three other modes of writing. Can anyone remember the three other modes of writing that we looked at, the other ones?
Good job, Rakia. Explanation of an idea. Okay, good job.
Awesome, Rakia.
So Aaliyah said narrative. Narrative, Aaliyah. Shania said persuasive. Descriptive, Alicia said.
Okay, awesome. All right, yes. All right, guys, very good. Thank you for your participation. All right, narrative, persuasive, descriptive. All right, and we have expository. Okay, so great job. All right, so let's look at our objectives again. Okay. All right. It says, by activating prior knowledge, students will be able to recall the three basic parts of an essay. These carried over from the last time. After teacher-led discussion, students will be able to explain the purpose of an expository essay. And three, after the teacher provides several examples, students will be able to construct a clear and concise thesis statement based on one of the prompts provided during the lesson. Now, I want us to pay close attention to that third one because last week we did not, that objective was not achieved. Okay? So what I'd like for you guys to do is to quickly in the chat identify the three parts of any essay. It doesn't have to be expository. What are the three basic parts of any essay, the average essay? Put that in the chat for me, please, quickly, so we can move forward to bigger and better things. Move on to bigger.
All right. So Pernisha said introduction. Deandra and Pernisha said body and conclusion. Good job.
All right. Thank you very much. That is great. Okay. All right. So introduction, body, and conclusion. Now, what's supposed to go in your introduction, guys? As for the expository essay in particular, what should go in your introduction? All right. Yes. Yes. All right. Your thesis statement is found there. You should also have some hook or some technique of some sort. All right. To kick your essay off, to get your essay off to a good start. Can anyone remember some of the techniques that we discussed that you could use to begin? We're not talking about your thesis now because your thesis is an integral part of your expository essay. It is not, you can't classify it in the same way you would a technique. So what are some of the techniques we can use to like develop or introduce, develop your introduction or introduce your expository essay? All right, phrase from song. I see quotes. I see flashback. I see anecdote. I know that's supposed to be anecdote. So Alicia, good job. I will not be petty. All right, I know what you meant. Okay. Yes, quotes. What else? That's not it. I'm sure we talked about other things. What are some other ways, man?
Question. All right, Aaliyah.
A rhetorical question. I mean,
Yeah.
a question. All right. Now for
Foreshadowing, Shania saying.
I mean, not so much. I would sooner say you could probably use something like maybe prognostication, which is like giving a view of the future, right? Or something like that, where you say, you know, if we don't do this thing, this bad thing will happen. But then that sounds like you're getting into persuasive territory.
Yes, yes.
Right. So, what about guys? What about using a surprising fact or or shocking statistics?
Yep.
All right. For example, did you know that 90% of statistics are made up on the fly? I just made up that statistic just now. Right. So, yeah. So, you know, there are many creative ways in which you can introduce and then develop the introduction, because you can't just give the TLC to the body of the essay or the thesis. You have to show the introduction some love. Yes. You have to nurture it. You have to feed it. You have to, you know, let it get some meat on its bones. All right. You can't just jump into your thesis. All right. So guys, okay. So we're going to talk about the purpose again for a second, a little more in depth. Exposition or expository writing gives information about, explains, or exposes its audience to a topic. The goal of this type of writing is to help people know and understand more about a particular topic. All right. So the goal of expository writing of an essay that is expository in nature is to explain, to inform. Now, guys, when you're writing an expository essay, should you be giving your opinions and how you feel? All right. Should you be trying to sway people or convince people?
So Shania said no.
No. So what are you supposed to be doing? What are you doing? What is your focus? What is your goal? To provide the people with what? Just the Just thank you, Deborah. Just the facts. We don't care about all that other stuff. What is factual? What is factual? We don't want opinions. Like if your topic is how high school students can earn money, we don't want to know what you think they should be doing. We want to know what are some ways they can earn the money, and you just relay that, you know, in a logical, common sense way. All right, just facts. Like students can earn money by working part-time. That's a fact. Students can do extra chores around the house that they don't normally do and maybe ask mom and dad for some extra money. Students can open their own business, start a YouTube channel, okay, to generate income for themselves. Those are things that students can do. All right, those are facts. Those can be proven because I know that some of you, at least one of you in this group, knows someone in your age bracket who has a YouTube channel or has a TikTok account that they use to promote something, right? Or works part-time or worked part-time. Okay, so that's factual. There's no opinion there. There's no feeling there. It's just straight up facts.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, the purpose of an expository essay is to inform using factual information, and very important, and it's very important, the organization has to be there. All right. Okay, so let's just look at this again very briefly. For years, people have found many ways to protect themselves. Today, they wear camouflage uniforms and shoot pepper spray. Where did people get the ideas for these forms of protection? They may have come from the unusual ways animals protect themselves. Animals protect themselves in 3 amazing ways. Okay. So excuse the apostrophe S by ways. All right. Pardon, that should just be WAYS, no apostrophe. Okay. So guys, who can remember the topic sentence here and what part of the essay this is? What part of the essay, expository essay, is this? Where's the topic sentence, second question, and third question? Where's the thesis? I won the part of the essay this is first. First question for grade 12. Second question, what is the topic sentence? Where is it? And third question, where is the thesis statement? What is it?
So Shania is saying for years, people have found many ways to protect themselves. She said that's the topic sentence.
Okay, thank you, Shania. And Alicia, you say this.
Alicia said the same thing, and then Deshonda said the same thing.
Okay, very good, guys. Now, where's my thesis? I need my thesis now.
Yes,
and I don't mind more people chiming in. Don't be afraid to chime in. I know you guys can. My mouth is big, so I know you can hear me. I know your whole house can probably hear me.
That's right.
All right? So come on, don't be afraid to contribute. All right. Support the wife.
Okay, so someone said the thesis is, Deborah said the same thing they said, and then she said the thesis is animals protect themselves in 3 amazing ways.
Excellent. Very good, Deborah.
Job, Deborah.
Yes. All right, so we're just breezing through. Okay. All right, so notice that the thesis usually comes where? Where do we usually find the thesis? When in the introduction, where is it usually going to be?
The thesis.
The thesis. I said the thesis statement. Where are we going to find that?
At the end. Good job, Shania. At the
end. That will be at the end. Okay. So your thesis is just like it comes at the end. All right. And it goes from general to specific. All right. Because you started with a kind of a general approach to your topic, and then you make moves to become more specific, to talk about one particular thing related to what you were talking about originally. All right. Okay. Now this is a paragraph. All right. So who can, I want someone to identify for me the topic sentence in this paragraph, and one supporting sentence, and the clincher or concluding sentence. And then we'll move on to the real meat and potatoes of today. All right, can someone screenshot the slide for Troisha, please, quickly, and share it in the group if you're on your phone. All right, I want the topic sentence, one supporting sentence, or one sentence that supports that topic sentence, one supporting detail sentence.
Thank you, Shante.
Thank you, Shante. And I would also like Troisha Shante has added a screenshot, and I would also like the concluding sentence. Okay?
Okay.
Write your assignments down. Write the due dates down. Write the topics down. Write everything. I constantly reiterate this to all students and students follow it. That's why majority do not missing grades. I can do this later.
So Deshonda is saying topic sentence, one common way animals protect themselves is by changing color to blend in with their environment. And Alicia said the exact same thing.
All right, guys, we cannot see, and we're having the same, ladies, thank you so much, but we're having the same people struggling behind these keyboards and these screens, man. Same people over and over. Because look at it. Why should it be Deborah, Alicia, and Deshonda only that are typing up every answer that I've asked for? No one else. You can chime in. You didn't have to give all. You could have given one of the 3 questions I asked.
That's right.
You could have given the topic sentence or a supporting sentence or concluding sentence. It doesn't just have to be up to a group of people, because what Alicia and Deborah and Deshonda and other people who contribute show us is that they are learning, that they understand, right? We don't know if you don't understand, and worse, you don't participate. How do we know? Right? We need to know. All right. So don't be ashamed to just submit an answer. All right, because there are close, I am sure there are over 60 of you in here right now, almost 60. All right, so it can't be the same 5, 10 people over and over. All right.
The rest of you forgot.
Okay, no, Traisha, I understand your situation. All right, I'm talking to people who can see everything, hear everything, and they are not contributing. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so we're gonna move past that. Okay, and we're getting to the focus of the lesson. Okay. All right, now this is kind of out of whack for me. All right, I may have done that. All right, guys, so let's look at this. All right. Now, what we're focusing on today is a thesis statement, more specifically the expository thesis statement. Okay? Who can remember what the thesis statement is? What is the job of it? What is the focus of the thesis statement?
Responsibility, meaning that knowing what you need to do and getting it done.
So Shania is saying a summary of the main idea.
Okay, all right. Good attempt. Can I get some additional attempts? Additional answers, please. What is the job of a thesis statement, especially an expository essay? A sentence that expresses the main idea. What do you think about that, Mrs. Dennis?
Well, yeah, better than just a summary.
Okay.
The main points of an essay. Denisha
I would add S to point. Okay. All right, but yes, Denisha, ladies, all of you, and Laquan, all of you who contributed, thank you. But yes, the thesis statement, it states what it actually does. And you guys were not far off. It's just your wording is just different than mine. No, Nathan, It doesn't summarize the conclusion. That's not correct. Okay. All right, Colin, a sentence that describes what the essay is about. All right, not bad. Okay. The thesis statement states the focus of your essay. The thesis statement states the focus of your essay. Once I read, or Mrs. Dennis or Mrs. Toot reads your thesis statement, we should know exactly what you will be expanding on in the body of your essay after reading that thesis statement. All right, we should have an idea. Even if you don't come out and say the points in the thesis, we should have an idea of where you're going. Okay. All right, so yes, Martina, the claim of the essay. Love that. Very good.
Good job, Martina.
All right. All right. And thank you all for your participation. Deborah, no, I wouldn't say anywhere. Definitely, it has to be a part of your introduction. Should it be at the beginning? I would advise no. Can it be at the middle? Sure. At the end? Yes. Ideally, it should be at the end. Okay. Because you want to hit them with the knowledge. When they get to the end of that nice introduction, you want to hit them with the bomb. Okay, see where this person is going. Okay, we want that. All right, guys, so look at it. Okay, so these are some of the notes here. All right, a thesis statement is a complete sentence. Notice that it is a complete sentence. All right, that states the focus of an essay. All good exposition should have a thesis statement in the introduction. All good exposition should have a thesis statement in the introduction. You should not be writing an expository essay without a thesis statement.
That's right.
In addition to that, when I teach expository writing, I teach my students that, listen, if you write your thesis first, or if you come up with the points for your thesis first, you already have done the majority of your planning.
That's right.
Because if you know what 3 areas you're going to talk about, it's just a matter of like developing them. So you're beyond the planning stage now. You're at the drafting stage, right? So let's look at this. Go ahead, Mrs. Dennis.
If you ask me, I think writing your thesis statement is probably the hardest thing to do, because you know, based on your thesis statement, your reader will know exactly what this essay is going to be about. So like Mr. Joaquin say, if you find your points that you're talking about, let's say you have a 5-paragraph essay, you're finding your 3 points, and you put your thesis statement together, and you add your points in your thesis statement, then like he said, I mean, you're well on your way. You didn't know how this supposed, you already know this is the organization of your essay and you know how the essay is going to flow. So writing your thesis statement, that should be almost one of the first things you do.
You will be ready.
The topic.
You will be ready. All right, so let's look at this example here. Mrs. Dennis, could you read this example for me, please? Of the thesis statement.
I'll read it right now. Okay, an example of a good thesis statement reads something like this. There are various ways to fight obesity, such as cleaning up your diet, exercising regularly, and by seeking medical help for conditions that can contribute to it. I will read it again. There are various ways to fight obesity, such as cleaning up your diet, exercising regularly, and by seeking medical help for conditions that can contribute to it.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Dennis. All right, students, those of you that can see and those of you that were able to see and hear, or even if you were able to just hear, in that thesis statement, in the thesis statement here, how many points do you see? How many, and by points I mean how many bits of information do you see that will be discussed and developed in the paragraphs in the body?
Well, Alicia couldn't wait, Mr. Watkins.
She couldn't wait, man. She had to fire. She fired away. Okay, so those of you, all right. I see three. I see three threes. I see. Okay, so could you put in the chat for me, guys? All right, thank you, DeAndre. Put in the chat for me, guys. That's correct. What the 3 points are, the 3 ways to fight obesity. What are they, as outlined in this thesis statement I have here?
Oh, if you can't see, what did you hear?
All right.
All right. So Alicia said exercising regularly.
Aaliyah, cleaning up diet. Good.
Cleaning up diet. Cleaning up your diet. And then Alicia said seeking medical help for conditions. Exercising. Okay.
Yeah.
So Deborah put all 3.
Yeah, Deborah just gets it done. Right?
Yes.
All right. So good job, guys.
Yes.
Excellent. Now you may think that third one isn't important, but guess what? Guess what? Especially for women. Women can have things like they can have like thyroid issues and
that's right,
all kind of things, and you could be dieting and exercising and use like I can't stop putting on this weight. Why?
That's right.
And that could be it, right? So you may have to go to a doctor and let him look you over and say, well, oh, you have a thyroid problem, you have a hormone problem, okay? You have this deficiency, or you have too much of this, okay? So yes. Now, guys, what's this hard? Look at this. One sentence, right? What's this hard to follow? What's this hard for you to understand? What's written on the slide here? Honestly, just put yes or no. If it was hard, you say, yeah, Mr. Walking, that was the hardest thing. Like someone hit me in my eye with a rock this morning, but yeah, this was still the hardest thing I saw today.
So they're saying no.
All right. Okay, good. So, all right.
Seriously, Alicia? Alicia said if she have to think about it, then yes.
All right. So yeah, okay. Thank you for your contributions as usual, guys. All right. So no, it wasn't difficult. It's not difficult to follow. So if you were reading this, you would already know, okay, this person is going to be talking about these 3 things. Now, what do you think they would talk about in the essay first? What do you think the first paragraph in the essay would be? The first paragraph in the body, sorry, of the essay, in the body of the essay, not the essay overall. What was look at it again. Yes, cleaning up your diet would be the first paragraph of the body. Okay. And so therefore, the second paragraph of the body would talk about what? The importance of
so Shad said exercising. They're all saying exercising.
All right. Great. Thank you, guys. All right. Excellent. Okay. And the last paragraph of the body would be talking about seeking medical help. All right. And that's how you do it. Okay. Very simple. All right. So we'll move forward now. Okay. Oh. All right. I see what happened there. Okay. All right. So let's look at this one. All right. This is another example here. All right. It says another example of a good thesis would be, thesis statement I should say, would be, individuals can stay safe during this perilous pandemic by continuing to wear masks, regularly sanitizing and washing their hands, remaining socially distant from others, and running errands only when necessary. Okay? So help me out, guys. All right. What do you think? What are my points? How many points are there? How many points are there, first of all?
So Deborah's saying 4, Deshonda said 4. Only 4 so far. Yeah, still 4.
Okay, so you know what I want you to do next? After you put your 4, I want you to drop in the chat what the 4.
Alicia said 5. Okay.
What the 4 points are. Well, Alicia, you can drop your 5 then. All right. We had a discussion about this earlier today, right, Mrs. Dennis?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, Ashley says wear masks, sanitize and wash hands, social distance, and go out only if you need to. All right. Anyone else? Good job, Ashley.
Good job, Ashley.
Remaining socially distant. Yes, Beyonce. That is important. All right.
Put them all together. Write them all together instead of you just doing 1, 1, 1. All right. So Tyranny said wear your mask, wash your hands.
Okay. All right. Wash hands. All right. Continuing to wear masks, regularly sanitizing and washing hands, remaining socially distanced from others, running errands only when necessary. All right. Good. Guys, you're on point.
Good job, Shania. Good job.
Good job, Beyonce. Thank you. All right.
Good job, Tyranny. Good job, Beyonce.
All right. Awesome. Okay. And how? So let's come to an agreement, right, Mrs. Dennis?
Mm-hmm.
Would you lean more 4 or 5 in terms of the points here?
Me personally, I would lean more to 4. And the reason why I said 4 is because when I look at regularly sanitizing and washing hands, that's in the same family. That can definitely be put into 1 paragraph.
Okay.
But on the other hand, Mr. Walking, you say your honest opinion.
Okay. Yes, I agree with Mrs. Dennis. And I think Mrs. Dennis was also going to say that that a case could also be made for having a separate paragraph if you wanted to.
Yes.
All right. Because one thing that I always heard that is always said is that, keep your hand sanitizer on you, because in truth, it is easier to do that than to come across, because they say you should ideally use warm water and soap. Because that will get rid of everything. Right? Like, let's say your hands have been really busy. Like, that sanitizer may not cut it as well, will not cut it as well as washing your hands completely with warm water to just wash all of those viruses and bacteria away from your hands that you use for everything, to do everything. Okay? So there's an argument that could be made. You could separate it, but if you want to keep things simple, that is also fine. All right. Okay. So yeah, so I would say that this would be like ultimately a 6-paragraph essay, your introduction with your thesis and your introductory technique, your hook sentence. All right. the 4 points, sorry, the 4 paragraph with topic sentences, all right? Because the first paragraph of the body would be talking about the importance of wearing masks, all right, or how wearing masks can keep us safe. The importance of, and the second paragraph of the body would talk about sanitizing and washing your hands regularly, okay? The third body paragraph will talk about remaining socially distant, okay? Keeping a distance of 3 to 6 feet, all right? Especially in public places, especially in enclosed public places, like the food store that has air conditioning. Try and keep your distance, all right? You can't be bunched up on one another like it's some concert, all right? And you only should be going out, and boy, this is one, oh, Mrs. Dennis, this is one thing that used to get me mad during the lockdowns, man, right? Only be on the road, only go out if you need to be out.
Listen.
If it's absolutely necessary, if you have to go to the food store because the cupboards are bare, all right, and old Mother Hubbard felt sorry for you, then you go to the store. Otherwise, stay home, stay in your yard, okay?
Mr. Walking, some of them used to go on the road just to be on the road.
Just to be on the road. They need that sun. They need that sun, right?
Jeez.
I guess they need that sun. So they like trees. They need to blossom. Plants, they need to blossom, right? And grow. Okay, guys. So, all right. Now I want us to take a look at this slide. Now, Mrs. Dennis, we said we'd let them do this through Google Classroom.
Yeah.
Okay. They would, now you were saying like you would have them submitted, we should have them submitted on like a Word document in Google Classroom.
Yeah. So what we would do, we would actually, once we go on Google Classroom, we'll click on create assignment. And once we give them the instructions and just tell them they could attach the Microsoft Word to the Google Classroom on that particular assignment. And then we can read it and grade it right there. Okay,
great. All right, guys. So what you're looking at here are 6 expository topics. I wish I could have typed up more, but I didn't have the time at the time. All right. Still don't. I have Tyrone. Listen, I already have this. I wish you could see my screen. I have this attendance link ready to go right now. Right now, I have that. You don't believe me? Watch. You think I'm a liar? Not a liar. What they say?
What time does class end, Mr. Walking?
What time?
1:45.
1:40. No, 1:40.
Oh, 1:40. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1:40. Okay. All right, guys. So here we go. All right. These are 6 topics. I want you to keep these in mind. All right, because you will be getting assignment related to this, but it's a simple assignment. You'll be writing a thesis. So you're choosing one of the following topics and you're writing an expository thesis statement. My ideal profession. 1. 2. Problems faced by today's teenagers. 3. Ways in which high school students can earn money. 4. How can we reduce violent crime in the Bahamas? 5. What are some benefits of living on a small family island? And 6. What are some disadvantages of coming from a large immediate family? And by a large immediate family, we're talking about you don't live with your uncles and all of them. It's just like you have like 5 or 6 brothers and sisters and all with your mom and dad living in one house. All right. So these are topics that I want you guys to think about. We will post these in the Google Classroom so that you'll know what you're doing. Okay, but before you can do this, we need to ensure that when you leave here this afternoon, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So what I would like for someone to do, some brave people, let's use brave. All right. And the class ends at 1:40. But guess what? I know we have soldiers in this class, and I know they want to learn and they want to prove that they're learning. Right. So I want some brave souls to select one of these theses. You know what? I'll have to choose it for you so that we reduce do this more quickly. Give me, all right, for number 3. No, I gave that one away. All right, number 2. I want someone to write a sentence, a thesis statement that mentions problems faced by today's teenagers.
Oh man, let's see. You didn't come up with this off the top of the head.
I think so, man. You know, teenagers have way more problems than adults, you know. So they say.
They think.
That's what they think. Okay.
To screenshot this picture so we could put this on our Google Classroom. This screen.
Okay.
Leonardo says too much stress.
Okay.
All right. I want this in the form of a sentence, though. And I'm gonna.
Leonardo.
All right, a sentence. Don't just be throwing things out into the chat. Okay. Notice I put the example of this thesis statement back up. Okay. Look, it's up. All right. So you can put in the chat. All right. Using this as a model, because this says individual talking about COVID-19 and how we can stay safe. Individuals can stay safe during this perilous pandemic by continuing to wear masks, regularly sanitizing and washing their hands, remaining socially distant from others, and running errands only when necessary. That's a thesis there. That has 4 points in it. 5 if you want to argue, right? All right, so Shania says, see, I always could rely on my people, you know. I knew it.
You know,
okay?
A handful you could rely on.
Okay. There are several problems faced by today's teenagers, such as peer pressure from friends, low self-esteem, and bullying. Excellent.
Wow, that was great.
Look at that. What with the plethora?
Knocked it out of the park.
Students, that's my students.
Plethora, man. She's stunting on y'all. Teenagers are faced with a plethora of challenges today. These problems include social pressure, depression, and low self-esteem. Okay, I guess.
Right, Deborah.
This is how some of them feel after a day of virtual schooling.
I know.
The low self-esteem.
Those thesis statements, they make me so proud. They made me so proud.
Guys, I know more. You can do it. Let's see some more.
Our national results from C.C.Sweeting are going to be amazing.
Yeah.
If we can have answers like this on your PGCSE, when you go to take that, look here. Y'all will be on.
Sania, come on. Yes, I know. Come on now, be a good sport. Oh, she's asking.
Oh, you asking? No. Yeah, well, yeah, but not technically. No, we still doing stuff.
All right, I'm just waiting for that last 1 or 2 to come in. Those last 1 or 2 to come in. And while I am waiting, okay, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Remember, what is the function of a thesis statement? If you don't wanna put your thesis statement in, contribute, you can at least tell me what a thesis statement is, what it's supposed to do.
Also, for the record, grade 12, if you are inside my class, this is Mrs. Toot speaking now. I have posted extension assignments. The deadline is Friday. After Friday, the grades are going in.
Okay, yeah. I knew someone else was coming, you know. Tyranny. Teenagers are faced with many challenges due today's circumstances. These problems include depression, mental health issues, depression, peer pressure, and abuse. Powerful.
Right.
Okay. All right, guys. So what, Leonardo, it's two.
Mr. Joaquin Deshonda have hers as well. Good job, Tyranny.
Okay.
She have today's teenagers face a lot of problems: depression, teenage pregnancy, bullying, and I think she's saying stress.
Yeah, that's stress. She was just trying to get that out there. Excellent. Yeah. All right, Aaliyah. I see Aaliyah too.
Let me
okay. We have the meeting at 2:00. But thank you. Thank you for
Leonardo's comment. But Leonardo, if you pace yourself and don't wait till last minute to do your assignments, you can complete all of your assignments.
Yes.
Okay? Because we have posted assignments since the first week, and we have been very lenient, more than lenient with you. We have posted extension assignments. Now we're posting extension for the extension assignments. So we're giving you the opportunity to complete all of your assignments, okay? And the assignments are pretty easy because it's only multiple choice for the majority.
Right.
I think all of them are multiple choice. Yes. So once you can knock that out of the park, you will be good. Guys. Now, I'm referring to those students who don't have their assignments, please. My deadline is Friday.
All right, and guys, thank you, Mrs. Toot. Guys, please don't forget to fill out that attendance form. All right, and I'm still waiting on someone to tell me what is the function of a thesis statement. What does it do before we go?
Anyone, someone? Miss Dennis, students, for those who, once you have your 5 grades, that's fine with me. Who do not have their full 5 grades, I'm going to post like Miss Toot. Miss Toot is rubbing off on me a little. Extension, maybe 4 extension assignments for those students who do not have their full 5 grades, okay? So if you have full 5 grades, don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. Only those who need to make up those assignments, I will post 4 other assignments inside the Google Classroom. That'll be extension. And that'll be due on Friday as well. So Mr. Joaquin, some of them are saying, state to me an idea. Gracious is saying to tell you what the story, remember, Gracious, remember, not story. What is the essay or, yes, the essay is going to be about.
All right. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. Okay, guys, see this here? See that? Sorry, not that. Okay, see this here? A thesis statement is a complete sentence that states the focus of an essay. All right, a thesis statement states the focus of an essay. All right. So please keep that in mind. All right, you guys are free to leave. Make sure you fill out the attendance. Mrs. Dennis, Mrs. Toot, anything else to add?
I see Ashad asked me, Ashad, if you did more than 5 assignments, you do have nothing to worry about. You can actually go on Google Classroom and see how many assignments you put in for me. So I don't have to tell you if you have all 5. You can go and look yourself. And if you did, I think 8 assignments I put up. And if you did 5 or more of those, you have nothing to worry about, Ashad. Okay? As long as you know you did your 5 or more, you are